They love you when you're wrong. Soon as something goes wrong, they be acting like they never knew you. Nah, you don't really know me, do you? I paid off half these niggas' debts, yet I don't make my respect feel it's overdue. Yeah. Say, you don't really know me, do you? What's poppin'? It's Empress J. I'm checking in for another day and another message. What is poppin', my people? My beautiful souls, my healing angels. What is fucking poppin'? Like, I hope y'all had a beautiful day. I hope you felt the way you needed to feel. I hope that you're feeling blessed to have gotten through this day and gotten to the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people ain't make it this far with us. You know what I'm saying? So we rocking for them. We rocking for us. We rocking for the ones that we birthing. You know what I'm saying? And we rocking for the ones that's yet to come, right? Which is the reason. You know what? I gotta put one of my hats on because that's like when I put on my It's like I don't know. That's where the inspiration. Like I don't know. It's just my thing. Anyway, not even that the hat is the inspiration, but it's like you know how Mr. Rogers put on his changed his sweaters and shit like that, and like his whole situation changed. Like he was in a different mindset because he take off his jacket from outside and come in and put the jacket on for for the neighborhood and shit when he ready to help build some memories and thoughts. So that's what I do, I guess. But anyway, so like I said, I hope everybody woke up. I'm gonna mess with this for a minute, y'all. So please, 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 excuse me. But I'm feeling great today. I hope you are too. Happy Tuesday. Like I hope y'all having a really good day. So this gonna be a little message about maturity. So we're gonna talk about being mature. Like I'm not talking about the kind of maturity that like intellectual maturity, right? I feel like there's three kinds of maturity, and this is just my take on things and the way that I've adapted to my life and the way it's gone and the things that I've had to learn through, right? So it's like intellectual maturity, emotional maturity. Now we like embarking on with our spiritual awakening, unlocking ourself, our highest self, learning the lessons that will allow us to unlock the highest parts of ourselves because like we're enlightening ourselves to a whole new level of thinking and being and moving. So now we're unlocking something which brings all three together and becomes one, which is spiritual maturity. So now we are on the level of like, and I don't care who don't understand what I'm about to say or these messages that I give. If you don't get it, then it's not for you. Maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe there's some things because there's different levels to this, different levels to life, different levels to spirituality, different levels of thinking and enlightenment. Sometimes there's going to be people that come around and they not really unlocked enough to even understand where you're at. You may be on level 277 and they still on level 20. So they're not really going to be able to understand the things that you're saying just yet. But at the same time, at some point, hopefully, we will say what we need to say, set the tone for other people, pave the way. And when they're ready, when they're unlocked now, the 200 level or whatever level they need to be to understand the messages and allow them to be received, then they can get what they need to get from the messages that we give. There's going to be a lot of people who do not understand and they're going to think that you're speaking some BS. But anyway, having that spiritual maturity, it gives you a direct line with God. Like once the higher self is completely unlocked, there are no more barriers. Like we've learned, it's one thing, okay, it's like one thing to learn those major lessons and having a baseline of who you are as a person, certain things that you won't do, right? Certain lines that will not be crossed. And even if they have been crossed before, lessons were learned. You understand what I'm saying? So now those certain lines will not be crossed again because you learned certain lessons because of situations where you crossed lines that you shouldn't have, or that allowed your life to go down a different angle and a different path. So now once you get completely, like, we're never going to be 100% unlocked, I believe, until we get to the next side. Because everything will have will really make sense then. But right now, we can unlock ourselves to ourselves. And it's just like one of those things where, like, okay, yeah, you very intellectual, the main things not to do. Then emotionally, you know how you can navigate through situations without always catching the attitude, because you know what it is and what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? But spiritual maturity means knowing on them days when things really feel like, I don't know if you have no clue how you're getting through, right? You don't have many resources. Fridge may be empty. You understand what I'm saying? Rent man keep knocking at the door. You ain't got no bread. You either, did certain things with your bread, because we wasn't all taught, you know, proper budgeting. We haven't all seen people budgeting their money, especially where you come from, where I'm from, and every household, has different ways of doing things, different ways of being, and different cycles that either need to be continued or to end. So you reach a level of thinking now where the things that we thought were minute and small are now the things, because we've already handled a lot of the bigger things, the things that stood out, like with red lights within ourselves and within the way we think. So now it's like intricate things, those small things that make up, that are like the glue that holds everything together. That's what like spiritual maturity means to me. Like those little things that you can do within yourself that will allow you to no longer slip, because you already know that, like, you're gonna go through obstacles, you're gonna face hard times, but you know that there is a means to the end. You're never gonna always be going through the same thing. You're never always gonna be good. You're never always gonna be bad. There's a lot of times you're gonna be in the middle, and and being in the middle, okay, because you can still have really hardly no resources and no like tangible goods or assets. But this asset is all you need. The asset of being and understanding that all the things that you want come after you have what you need within. Like, if things keep falling apart in your life, it's because there's certain things that you have not been mature to. You have not clicked on that spiritual maturity within, that knows that the higher self is the only one that can help you through this, through the heart problems, within, like, those things where, like, you feel like completely lost, like you don't feel like you have anything to live for. You don't feel like you have anything that's good. Yes, you do. You have self. Self is all the fuck you need. Self and source. You allow yourself to be completely connected with your inner self. Okay, on my hard days, I know that tomorrow's another day. There's another way. I'm going to figure it out. Even if I can't get to it tomorrow, some way, somehow, I'm going to get there. And now we're asking higher self, which means we're talking to God, and we're asking him, what am I needing to learn from this? How am I going to fix the major parts of my life, starting with the small intricate things? That is the glue, especially if you've already fixed a big part of yourself. There's always still going to be the pieces of glue that need to hold the big pieces together, meaning like the smallest of minuscule things, like how you perceive different things. Like before, I used to always, like, if somebody would bump into me and they would just be la-di-da, not really paying attention, and I can sense that it's not anything intentional, I still would catch an attitude and I would allow it to wreck my mood for a while, maybe the rest of the day, and just have a little nasty ass attitude because that person bumped into me. And now that's the small intricate part of the thinking pattern now, of the spirituality, spiritual maturity, knowing that it's okay. Now I just be like, well, excuse you. Okay. And keep it moving. And I don't even have to say that. I just be like, like, pay attention. Like, or I'll say, I'm saying pay attention to myself. Like, just, I'll always like check myself more than I would somebody else, because it's really a small thing to a giant. Like, I do not need to be upset unless it was done with malice, and I will feel that. And even then, I have the choice to react in a negative manner or in a positive manner. And I have to remember that the way that I react is going to set the tone for the situation. Just because it started out negative or started out however it did, I have a choice. I'm either going to feed into that negativity, or I'm going to breed positivity into that, because a negative and a negative could never make a positive. So I need to make sure that I'm staying grounded within myself, and I know that those little intricate things are the things that really make up the big picture. They hold the big parts of life together. I cannot allow I cannot allow myself to be taken out of my character. I cannot allow situations to sway my thinking, to sway my way of living, my way of perceiving. I can't let things block me anymore. I cannot be shook, because I know I done came how far, and I still got far to go. I know that, which is the blessing now, because now you have a new future that is going to be filled with less pain, grief, because we've dealt with it. We handled it. We deal with self. So now we can really be able to experience life for the beauty that it is. And in every situation, we're going to constantly look for the positive. We're not going to be feeding into the negative, even when we know we want to. We know we might, should. Because if somebody, especially if a motherfucker is coming at us in a negative, and it's like, well, look, because there are going to be times where you have to stand your ground. There's going to be times when now, like, you so mature and you a force. So it's like, once they push and you stand, and you correct the, you know what I'm saying? You give them what they need to hear in a positive way. Even if they still keep coming with the negative, you hold your position with your positive nature, but you know you can't be shook. You know you can't be moved. You know who you are. You are supreme. You are above all, because, and not all, you're above all negative. You're above all the things that are going to try to bring you down. So anyone who comes with that type of negative thought patterns, or negative situations, you're going to put your shield up. But your shield is going to be a shield of positivity. You're going to do your best, because no, we're not. I want to make sure I make that clear. We're not above people, but we're above that certain way of thinking. We're above that way of continuing negativity. Just because you come at me with negativity, I do not. I choose how I feel. I choose what vibration I'm at. I can't be upset unless I let you make me upset. Like, you can't just push my buttons, okay? And you wouldn't know the code. You know what I'm saying? These days, before it was easy. You boop. What? You know what I'm saying? I'm on 1,000. Now it's just be like, I'm cool. You never know what I'm thinking. You'll never know what I'm feeling unless I allow myself to show you that. You understand what I'm saying? That's that spiritual maturity, okay? Allowing me to know me enough to know that I really control this vessel. I control the thoughts. I control the words. I control the feelings. Don't nobody make me feel no way unless I want to feel that way. Someone could try to break my heart, but they can't break it if I don't let them. You can't make me upset if I don't let you. And that is like having that spiritual cloak now. Now, we intelligent. We know our emotions. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 1 is 3. All is one. 3 parts to self, now broken down into one. Now we are one unit with self. Everything is in alignment for the damn assignment. And you can't be rocked once you have all of that in place for yourself. It's like this inner knowing. Like, yes, you have to do more. It's a lot more deeper now within the being. Like, you really in line with yourself to the point where you really fuck with yourself bad. Like, I get upset when a motherfucker can take me out of zone. Like, yes, because I'm conducting business with myself, with my highest self and Allah. Like, I'm having a whole meeting right now, like, about what is to come and what I need to be doing and thinking analyzing some situations I may have just recently been in, even if they were just momentarily, situations, and talking to self, making sure I'm checking if I did right, like checking my boxes within myself. That's that spiritual maturity. I don't want to do nothing wrong by my higher powers. I want to make sure I'm always doing what they say is correct for me, for my being, for my path, for who I need to, be seen as, and who I need to see myself as. And what legacy am I leaving for these children and the ones to come? What am I doing to help humanity raise the vibration? Because we all have a job to do. And it's like, once you really completely unlocked and you in love with self, now we can help others find that worth, or whatever your part to play is in all of this, because we all have a message to give, and we all have beauty within ourselves. That divinity is in here. Like, you just need to unlock it, and you'll never worry like you did before. You go through different kinds of spiritual awakenings now, and it's like, still you're dealing with things, but you're dealing with them on a different level. And then once you get through it, it's like a heightened sense of thinking, a heightened sense of being. You feel different, and you feel better. You feel lighter like a feather. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't worry so much. Now it's just knowing that I'm the creator of my destiny. I can fix anything. As long as I'm constantly paying attention to the things that I'm doing, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, I'm going to be okay. Taking my time when I need to take my time. Giving myself what I need so that I can take care of others around me, and I can be a good influence, and I can do my part. You know what I'm saying? For humanity. And I can help raise the vibe. Like, because it's all about the vibe. It's all about what we're putting out there in the world. What you put out is what you're going to get back. And that's just that. You're not going to get it right away all the time. It's still going to be more obstacles. And now you're not tested. We've been past the being tested stage. We're already at who we need to be. Now we just need to continue to adjust ourselves for the way that we need to go. And it's all, the map is inside. Like, you are the map, as my cousin would say. Shout out to my cousin. He said that, like, you are the map. Like, nothing outside is what you need unless it's for you. And if it's on your path, and things really do shine when they for you. You get signs. You just have to close down that part of your brain that is not allowing you to unlock the inner self, or not hear clearly. What you feel and what you've been hearing is what you need to be doing. When you're conflicted, you're going to be hearing two different sides of yourself. Those two sides need to be relaxed so that they can merge, so that you can be, because you're one being. We are a perfect balance of good and evil, yin and yang. Okay, feminine and masculine. We are a perfect balance. Once you find that balance, okay, that's what we be talking about, loving yourself and doing all that you need for you, for number one. Now you're unlocking a part of yourself that allows you to be one with all parts of yourself, like a whole circle. And you're good now. Now you can see things as they come. You're still going to face obstacles, right? But now you can see so much clearer that now you can kind of see the obstacles coming. And you can see so much clearer that you're deciphering things and figuring things out as you're going through it. And your higher powers now, they're really manipulating situations in front of you. And you see things working out for your greater good. Because you're doing everything down to the last little bitty thing. Like, even when you snap, even when you still get out of mind, you are asking for forgiveness, and you're directing yourself to anything that needs to still be fixed. Any inadequacies, because we ain't perfect. This shit ain't easy, and we work on this every day. Okay? Just remember that. Don't think that the spiritual awakening, now you wake up and everything is fucking flowers and birds and shit. No. No. There's really rough days. There's rougher days now, because once you get to a certain point, you have to keep jumping levels. So as you're jumping levels, you're releasing the last bit of things that have held you down, that hurt, that you ain't want to deal with, and then you're being pushed to another level. And when you get to the next level, it's like, you're a little woozy and dizzy and shit because been through some stuff. But recognize that and thank your spiritual team for everything that they've done, because they've been holding you down. They're the ones who put you in and out and take you out of certain situations for your growth. They help you adjust your sail. But a lot of times they're not going to give us, like, you won't get the clarity in situations and in your life and realize who you really are until you do the self work. Once you do all of that, everything I'm saying, you already know. It's a feeling. It's a new way of living. It's a new way of being. It's a new way of existing, and it's not new. It's our old light codes from wherever we came from in the ethers, whatever you believe. But now your spirit and your body, your mind, your soul, everything is one, connected directly with God. You don't need to worry about a thing. You do your manifestations. You keep releasing when you need to release. You are asking for the things that you want from the universe, and you know you're going to get it. You ask for it, you write it down, you manifest it, and you leave it alone, and you keep it moving. You do the work that's required to get the things that are for you. You putting out that positive energy, you're going to get that back. You're still going to go through the things you need to go through, but now there's a new understanding that tomorrow's another day. And I'm going to, 2121, I'm going to get everything that's for me. As long as I continue this vibration, I continue to move towards my light, and I don't let myself ever fall back into past situations or past vibrations. So that's what I have for you. I want to say, I appreciate everybody who's liked, shared, commented, viewed my videos. Thank you specifically to Angel Energy 22. I didn't want to mess up your name, boo. Thank you for your donation. You're my very first donation, and I appreciate it. Thank you for investing in me, by doing that. That meant everything to me. And yeah, thank you. Much love to you. Like, you know how I do. Like, you're appreciated. That you found some worth in my content. That, number one, is everything. And then sharing energy with me. Sending money, because money is energy. Anyway, I appreciate you, and anybody who even, like I said, viewed, like, shared, commented, or whatever on my videos, you're appreciated. You're in my prayers too every single day. So just know that I'm sending you complete positive energy. Continue to vibrate on the vibration that is only for you. Continue to walk closer to yourself. Continue to love yourself. Surround yourself with good things at all times, okay? So, with that being said, I love y'all. Have a beautiful evening, and I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.